Hi. Welcome back to Affirmed, where we tell stories of the trans experience. I'm your host, Valerie. Thanks for tuning in. And on this episode, we're going to talk about Izzy's first trip to a women's clothing store to specifically look for clothes for her, and in particular, bras.
Yeah, I gave that teaser the last episode, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm back.
Now she's back. For us, it's only 2 minutes later, but for you, who
Oh
knows
no,
how
you're
long?
spoiling the magic.
The magic. Yeah, so welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm also here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm interrupted.
No, that's okay. This is going to be fun having a co-host. But yeah, so one of the things for me is I remember first coming out 3 years ago, pre-HRT, and going out trying to shop. And clothes are one of the things that truly bring me joy. Mm-hmm. The expression that I can get out of clothes now is just...
Can confirm.
Yeah, it brings me so much joy. And I hated fashion before. I hated clothes.
Also same.
Yeah.
Did not see the point. Monochromatic t-shirts and basketball shorts, and that was all I wore.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, if you are into men's clothes, you do you.
Oh, go
you
for
go
it. Yeah.
do yeah. But for us,
no,
thank you. It would did not bring us joy. Did not bring me joy.
No.
And so if you listen to episode 2, you know how I discovered myself, had that moment of awakening. It's all because of a dress, and obviously, I'm going to caveat here and say too, we know that men can wear dresses and men can wear makeup.
Clothes are not gendered.
Yeah, they are not.
Stop being a bitch about it, I think is the general consensus now.
Yeah. But, wearing a dress and wearing makeup and that does not make you a woman. And we'll get into that because I know there's a lot of conservatives that like to say that, we think putting on a dress makes us women, and that is totally not it. Not at all what we think, but... No. it just aligns with our gender expression. So anyway, I love fashion now. I feel like, again, when I say I have access to, I'm going to say like, I have access to a greater variety of clothes. What I mean by that is previously and I'll get into this more in an episode where I talk about my past and the bullying. I was bullied so bad, anything feminine was bullied out of me. And so I just kind of stopped thinking that I could have access to any of this stuff. And at one point I ended up, we'd go to a store, me and my wife, and I would end up like running around the store picking stuff out for her and being excited by it. And I was literally just telling Iz today that like thinking about it now, I was way too giddy, pulling out those clothes for my wife. So should have known then.
Oh, anything now that I look back and I was like, oh, you should wear this. You'd be so hot in this. None of those were their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, knowing now who they are, like, there definitely wasn't, but it's definitely everything I want to wear now.
Yeah.
So, like, it was definitely like, you're my model and you wear these things for me.
Oh yeah, my wife too. And it was like, I know your style is very different, but let's try this on. And there's some stuff that she did really like, but yeah. So when I first came out, I needed to try on different clothes. I needed to sort of express myself differently. And I think I've kind of talked about this a little bit before, is just that I go through things really fast. I am passionate about everything that I do, and I do it 200%, not even 150. But dive right in, full head, heart, and soul. So I needed to wear clothes that aligned with my expression. I needed to try stuff, so I got out there and I did it. And I remember going out being afraid, anxious. I remember sitting in the car and crying. I think I kind of mentioned that before. And I wore a mask out, and I hated it. And I remember sitting there thinking, I cannot wait until I'm confident enough to just go out, be me, shop in a store for what I want, and not be afraid. And now I'm there, and I go out, and I just do what I do,
And
and
now you're dragging me along.
exactly, yeah. And so when Izzy had said to me that she needs a good supportive bra,
Hmm.
um, and hasn't gone clothing shopping, I said, all right, I got your back. Let's go. I'll be
Yeah.
there to support you. And
And
we'll,
it was so bad because I had a gift card for my previous birthday that almost hit a year since I got it. Like it's almost my birthday again, and I hadn't gone to spend it yet.
yeah.
And
And
that
it
was
was
the
a
thing.
decent chunk of money,
Yeah, it
too.
wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was. It was like finally I got to go do the thing.
Yeah. And so yeah, brought you along, and then we went to the mall and did that, and
Hmm.
checked out some other places, but the majority of which was in a women's clothing store,
Yeah,
trying on stuff.
that was it was really fun. And I know I mentioned my wife Quinn in the last episode. They also came with us, and they were so overjoyed that I don't know if you noticed that they left. The first time they left while we were going in the back was because all of the ladies there were treating us like women, which was really nice. And that was my first experience in public of being like, one of the girls with these women who I have no connection to. And so Quinn actually had to leave because they were going to burst into tears because they was so happy.
Aw,
Because that was their worry. They were worried I was going to get like
misgendered
treated
and
badly and whatever. And I mean, like misgendering for me, I'm not as worried about because like I don't have the stereotypical feminine features yet. I'm working on it. The estrogen is estrogening. I'm wagging my finger at the recording device like I'm wagging it at all of you out there. So I hope you feel it. But like everything happens slowly. It doesn't have to happen immediately.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they were worried about that, and so when they saw that everyone in there was like, "Oh, girl, that's not how you do that," and like try doing this. This is what you need to do. That thing over there is what you want to put on, and it became a gaggle of ladies helping.
Yeah.
That was when it was really really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the person working there, she was phenomenal, super
Fantastic.
friendly,
Yeah.
super helpful. Really, really appreciated all of her assistance, and yeah, it was quite fun. Where like,
Hmm.
I was also trying some stuff on, and actually, I'm wearing a shirt right now that Izzy went and found and
Yeah.
said this would look great on you, and so
Yeah.
I'm wearing that now. But I would, yeah, go in there and try things on, come out, and the other women there were giving their opinions on what I was wearing, and I was doing the same to them, and they were supporting Izzy as well, and it was so nice. And this is something that I honestly find to be so powerful about womanhood is women supporting women.
Yes.
Um,
That's literally my favorite part
yeah,
so far. Is just I've never actually had any woman or of any kind not accept me.
yeah,
Um, so I'm not sure where these people are because I've met a lot of people that I've come out to, and they're like, okay,
yeah.
and then like you're on our team then. So guess what? You get to know all the secrets, and like all the ladies out there, we now also know the secrets. Don't don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about.
We know what you do in the women's washroom when you go together. You
Yeah.
yap.
well, we didn't. No, we shut up immediately.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, the men's room is super quiet, super quiet. Whereas the women's room is alive with.
Oh no, I meant our trip in there.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun one. So Izzy had not been in the women's washroom,
No,
and I was like, "That's okay, I got your back. Let's go."
there's this place at part of the mall where no one goes. Val's words were, "I have never seen a soul." Now you go ahead. I wanted to make sure that was in there because I'm gonna hold it against you.
Don't worry, that was gonna be in there.
Sorry.
Yeah, and like I used to go to this washroom all the time with my wife when I was afraid to go use the women's washroom, and there was one or two people that would show up over like the 2 years that I was kind of afraid in using that one, and so it was a pretty safe space, and I literally walking in there, I'm like, I've never seen another soul in there. And I don't think I ever had. I think it was like
It's just that one moment, just to the universe to like prove you wrong.
Yeah. I think that anytime that we did see anyone on that level of the mall was like, they'd be like walking out of another store or the offices or whatever, or they'd be walking out of the restroom, but they wouldn't be in there with us. So anyway, I thought it was a safe space, and so I'm like, let's go. And
I mean, ultimately, it was still safe.
Oh yes,
just so everyone knows, there isn't a bad ending to this story.
No. So we walk in there, and Izzy and I are yapping, and as soon as we walk in, I was like, yeah, see? And I was about to say, see, not another soul. But I could see one of the stalls closed and some feet underneath the stall. And so I shut up immediately.
Both of us did, without discussing it, just immediately stopped talking.
Yeah, because I figured that Izzy would be nervous about talking.
Yeah,
given that we just spoke about her voice training.
Yeah, I'm not tremendously femme sounding. I'm sure if someone sitting in a women's washroom heard like, okay, do you think no one's here? It's probably not gonna be okay. But yeah. But yeah, no, the funniest part though was that happened. We stopped. We obviously, like, for everyone out there, officially, we just wanted to go pee. Right? Everyone out there? Okay. But after that, we sat down, like, got in the stalls and sat down, and then, like, 3 more people came in.
Yeah.
So it was like the busiest washroom I've ever seen for some place that has not a soul.
Not a soul. So... Maybe they didn't have souls.
We shouldn't judge.
Shouldn't judge. Well, and then I come out of my stall first to make sure the coast is clear after sort of waiting long enough to make sure other people go, because I didn't want to leave Iz alone there by herself. And so I get out and I'm washing my hands and I'm sitting there and I'm
for a little
washing.
too long.
A little bit too long, which was Izzy's signal that was me waiting for her.
So I peek out the stall and I'm like, okay, run over, wash my hands. And I'm like, we need to get out of here right now, please.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it, but like, I'm pretty sure that was my body language we gotta go.
Yeah. And to be clear, I don't think anyone would have said anything. No. And if they did, I would have had her back. But I know what that feels like, and that's why I used that washroom where I didn't see a soul.
For years. Except when Izzy's there.
Yeah, except when Izzy's there.
That's okay. It makes for a fun story.
Yeah.
As long as you don't mind me telling it. Because, like, okay, just because it's very silly.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was fun.
That was like the midpoint of our mall trip, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was after lunch. Because we had lunch, but we're not talking about the food today. We took that out of the notes.
we did. It's not
not important.
Not relevant.
No.
Yeah.
But it was after that. And then we... I don't think we hit any other clothing stores after that. But we were still wandering around the mall and looking at stuff.
But yeah, we did. So going back to the clothing store, because we kind of jumped away from that pretty quick. You did get to try on a bunch of bras. Mm-hmm.
That's how I found out the 48 Double D. And I got to tell you, okay, so I am, as a human, somewhat larger than average. Now, I was bigger when I was still pretending to be a boy. I was up around 450 pounds. So there is also, it's probably a future episode for like the body dysmorphia and dysphoria thing that we can talk about later. But like I'm still larger, but I have lost almost 200 pounds. So everyone out there can clap, but weight also, the number does not matter if you're comfortable. That's really the most important part. And frankly, I'm comfortable now. So the fact that I have breasts as large as I do on my frame doesn't seem that big. If I was like 5'2" and, you know, weighed a bag of feathers, then like these boobs would be like porn worthy. Like they would be unbelievably large. But because I'm so big, like it was such a shock to actually get into a proper bra and then look down, because I'm used to the weight of them and like the bulk of them, but at the same time they don't look like boobs to me, like I would assume, like when you're looking at someone else's. But then I saw them for the first time that day, and I was like, oh, holy crap. Like, these are so big, I can't believe they're just from, like, these little blue pills. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think part of that, too, is you were saying that you sort of had that realization that these aren't just man boobs, you know? They aren't just...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was so worried about that for the longest time. Actually, our nurse practitioner was the first one who reassured me, and because she had to do like a basically, do you qualify for funding to get like breast augmentation? And she was like, no, you do not at all. You are so far past that. These are boobs.
Yeah.
They are not man boobs. They are boobs.
Yeah.
So like I was very happy, and I didn't really put it like I didn't believe it until we went and did that, and I had the bra on, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like this, they're so big.
Yeah. Yeah. That was seeing the smile on your face was
I
something.
must have looked like a lunatic.
No. You looked happy, and it was so good to see you happy. And so just to be clear on the funding front, where we live, you do qualify for funding for breast augmentation if you're on hormones for a year and you have zero growth, not an inch of growth.
Not even an A cup? I thought they still did it if it was an A cup. I don't know a lot about it. Obviously, I didn't have to look into it.
Yeah. No, as far as I know, it's no growth, but maybe an A cup. But yeah, I think it was no growth. So yeah, it's kind of a good problem to have to not need it, but then sometimes it's like you get some growth, but not what you want.
Yeah.
And I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, and I'm actually quite happy with what I have. But I have had that where I'm looking kind of in the mirror and I'm like, do they just kind of look like man boobs? Like, do they actually look like boobs?
The pictures you sent me the other day, though.
Yeah, so I was just going to say that is
okay.
I got a from Victoria's Secret a black double push-up bra, and it gives me actual like cleavage, and they look really like breasts. And it's like that's what I want. That's where I'm happy at as is. But
I can tell you with the back pain that's starting, there is a part of me that hopes that they stop growing now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like it's what, like 3 to 5 years? 3 years of like prime growth, and then it's just a little bit after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not even at 2 years yet, and I'm already this, and like I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna let the whole community down by having to have like a breast reduction or something, and I don't know how I would handle that. But if my back gets much worse, it's gonna happen.
No, and the interesting thing about all this, both from my side and Izzy said on those sort of two opposite ends of the spectrum, the way I like to think about things is often in these Venn diagrams, and so there's like human problems, and then within that there are men and women problems, and within those there's like trans women and cis women problems, and some are separate, some are together, and so these are women problems.
Yeah,
there are lots of women that have smaller breasts that want bigger breasts, and lots of women which thankfully now I think we're kind of getting to a place where a lot of cis women with bigger breasts are able to, if they're unhappy with the size, they're able to express that and go get reductions. I feel like society has pushed women to have bigger boobs, and so it kind of held someone back from actually going with that if they weren't happy. Like if you're happy, great,
Yeah, that's the thing. Whatever you like, like go for it. But the people who are experiencing like that back pain from like having an H cup or something like that and a small frame, if you can get it dealt with and live a happier, pain-free existence, like boobs aren't that important as much as I do believe in the importance of mine. Like if someone like, it's all you gotta make those calculations, like what's worth it and what's not.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see that we're sort of at a place in society, obviously not perfect, but getting better, where women can kind of make those decisions without having to worry about people being like, oh, reductions, why would you want that, right? Like, no, if you're happy, you're happy, go for it. So
although honestly I don't think there's many women out there who are like, oh, you want a reduction? I can't fathom why. Like most owners of boobs that would be like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm mostly talking about the pressure from men.
That's what I was getting. I was getting at to like focus. Like that's usually where that comes from.
Yeah,
but no, if we're on the same page, we're fine.
Yeah, but so it is a woman problem, not specifically a trans problem, and so
which does have a significant amount of euphoria to think of it that way as well.
So. But yeah, you tried a bunch of bras on. How did that end up going?
Well, we didn't get any because they didn't actually have any that were my size, like the band size. I had there was a 46 double D, but no matter how loose we put it, it was too, like, it was hurting me. So I need the 48, and they didn't have any 50s or something that I could have just tightened. So, like, ultimately, I didn't walk out with a bra, but I now have that same budget, and I know the online store has bras my size because there are 4 in a cart on my desktop, on my laptop right now, that I know I can get, and they have like matching undies, and like that's
Hey.
fun. Quinn was joking that if I keep wearing matching, that I'm insinuating that I would like something,
Mm.
and I was like, well, maybe you don't know, but really, I just want to match. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's cute.
I didn't actually. I never cared about anything like that before. Obviously, with guys like men's clothes, there isn't a lot of things to match.
No.
Um, but specifically terming like talking about matching, I have seen these ads for like I can't remember. I don't know if we should drop the name, and I don't remember it anyway. But like, there's like a skater dress, and then there's like a Hawaiian shirt that matches it for
Mm.
like masculine. And so now I want to do that with Quinn, and
Mm.
I like Quinn wanted to do that with me when was still pretending to be a boy, and I was always like, that's stupid. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to do that. And it would, I think it's because I wanted to be in the dress.
Yeah.
And so, like, now I'm like, matching? We can match. That would be fun.
See, and I had the same thing where like my wife wanted to be matching, or well, I don't know if she wanted to be matching because now like I want to be matchy, and like now I actually have matching dresses with her, and actually the kiddos too, and my wife is always like, ugh, um, but
That's so funny.
yeah. Um, See, and hearing you talk about having those bras in your car, like it's been a little bit since our shopping trip. All that went through my mind was, oh, I would have bought those that night. Like I would have went home and they would have been purchased. They probably would have been on, on my phone on the way home. I would have
Yeah.
bought them because that's the way I do things. I don't sit and wait.
Yeah.
But that's me.
No, I had to juggle stupid finances and had an opportunity because obviously we did the thing. And that made it easier for other stuff. And then I made a promise that I will have them by November. And I'm not allowed to get out of that promise
Yeah.
because I made both you and Quinn that promise. So now I have to.
Yeah, and all Izzy is alluding to there is I ended up spending money because I can't go and shop for other people. It's
Yeah.
a problem. My wife is always angry. We're here to shop for like her or for the kids or like whoever, not you. And no, I can't help myself. So I bought some stuff and just used the gift card and then
Yeah. And then
gave
send
Izzy-
me
yeah,
cash.
yeah. So
Yeah, so I unfortunately had to do the thing where, oh, the kids need stuff for school, so I did that.
yeah,
But I have to get it before November because otherwise that was defeating the whole purpose of the trip. And that's unfair to me. And I'm not
yes.
allowed to be unfair to me anymore,
No.
is the whole thing. So
You've done that enough.
yeah, yeah. It's spent many decades doing that, and we're not doing that anymore.
No. What about the dress? You want to talk about the dress?
Oh, I did like that dress. So it was like a pinkish green white, like
Florally dress?
yeah, it was floral, and it was for anyone out there who actually knows dresses. I'm learning all these terms, but it was like an empire waist. I think like it did the thing where it's like the waistline is just under the breast line.
Yeah,
I think that's empire or A line. I'm not sure. I'm not good at this stuff, folks. But I really liked it, but I didn't have anything to wear underneath it, like for a bra. So like when I tried it on, I had my sports bra on, but you could see it, and it really just ruined all the lines, which makes me sound
it
like
did
I
not
know
look
more.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good. And then I tried it with like one of the bras there on, and it still didn't look good because like the flowery bra that I really liked was like not the same flowers as the dress, so it was very obvious. And I feel those straps weren't adjustable either. I think I needed the straps to be adjustable, and like that was actually bugging me more than I was letting on, because I was really happy about the rest of the dress.
Yeah.
So, like,
But the dress did look phenomenal on you with the mostly proper fitting bra, so wrong band size. But it did look really good, and I could see that kind of hit of euphoria you got.
Oh, I made the dress go spinny.
Yeah.
So it was, yes, I was enjoying it, and Quinn really wanted me to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, was kind of upset at me for not getting it, and I was like, it's still expensive. I still gotta be rational, even though I really like it.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was a little expensive, but it was definitely a very, very pretty dress. And I think with the right bra, it would look a lot better. And actually, this reminds me of what I was going to say earlier when you were talking about not realizing that your boobs are actually boobs. Part of that is because you also wear sports bras, and sports bras just kind of mush everything down.
Yeah.
And so, one of the things that actually my nurse practitioner said to me early on, because she, again, was doing the same similar sort of examination and measurements and all that, was just that, like, it's good that I wear supportive bras while they're growing, because it helps everything. I don't want to say like look in the right direction, but
everything goes where it's supposed to go. Right?
Yeah, it keeps them together a little bit better than if I didn't. And so highly recommend. And also, it's affirming to me. I know they can be very uncomfortable, and like if you don't want to wear one, I'm all about free the titty too. So like, if you don't want to wear one, don't wear one. Like, do what you're comfortable with. For me, they're affirming, and I like wearing them. And while they're growing, that first 3 years, it does help with keeping things sort of pointed forward and stuff. So
they're so sore all the time.
Yeah, if you have bigger ones, it definitely helps support them so they're not hanging
just the actual growing is so painful.
See, I actually didn't have that bad. It was the first 3 to 6 months there was some pain, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm sure we'll do an episode later about the actual physical changes and stuff, because, I know we're looking at the timer, and it's getting up there, and I don't think we can go on a whole thing about nipples and boobs and HRT weirdness. And all that stuff. But, like, oh, man, some of those changes are so fast, and some of them are just such a, like, persistent ever moving forward thing where like it's relentless but it's very slow. So like, and that's the hurry up and wait of transitioning your gender is sometimes the worst part.
It's a journey. It is definitely not a sprint.
Okay,
you reminded me to look at the time. Is there anything else that you want to say about the shopping trip? Like, are you feeling more comfortable now?
I'm 100% more comfortable, and like I don't want to like drop the glowing review on you personally, but also I'm going to, because like I really appreciate it. It took something that I was afraid to do and turned it into one of my favorite memories. So I'm very happy about it.
Well, and we also did the
photo booth.
We'll see about sharing those pictures.
That'll be on the Patreon.
Maybe on the Instagram.
It
was Izzy's first photo booth, and that was lots of fun. And
it was literally the first time I was ever in a photo booth, and it's also the first time I think in recent memory that I've ever looked happy in a picture. So like, pretty okay. I consider that top notch. Thumbs up.
Awesome. And that's, that just sings to my heart, because I know the freedom I've felt in this journey, and I know the fear that I felt early on, and the confidence that I lacked, and the confidence that I have now. And I just want everyone, trans or not, to be able to experience that. And experience the freedom and the confidence in knowing yourself and loving yourself, which is very difficult to do. That is a human problem.
It is a human problem and a human thing that everyone should be able to feel, regardless of what flavor of human you are.
Exactly.
So,
And that's honestly my hope with this podcast, is not even just for trans folks or gender non-conforming folks, but everyone to just be inspired to be a little bit more you when you walk out that door, and feel a little bit more you, feel more comfortable, and just be yourself, because
that's the thing.
You're beautiful, and the world deserves to see you.
Exactly. Thanks for being here, everyone.